Um, yeah, it's really big too. It is really big. And so, my dad comes to visit. You know, he meets everybody. I take him around, and also the all over the walls and all over like these kiosks are old pictures of, you know, the original like RTO studios and, you know, all the early stars, you know. And it's really cool. It's really like, it's cool. It's neat. I like it. If you're like a movie buff or whatever, I think it's cool as hell and whatever. So my dad comes to visit. I show him around. I schedule an official tour for him. But in the meantime, I go, why don't I just take you around? Because it was early in the morning. It was before the tour. I said, why don't I just take you around and show you a few things? So we go into the golf cart, and I drive him around the lot, or in the back. Hi, Jeebs and oh God, here I go jacking up a name. Segovia or Segovia. Hey, Big Brother Wee is here. I didn't see you. Addison, are you having to F5 a lot? What's happening? So let me quickly finish this story. And so, yeah, so I want to hear about New Orleans in just a second, because definitely you're in New Orleans, and that's where the hurricane is coming. So I take my dad around the lot. I'm driving him around in the golf cart, and we go to the area that's called New York Street, and it looks basically like a town in New York, and that's where they shoot Everybody Hates Chris. And they shoot a lot of other stuff there, but it looks just like New York. It's called New York Street. It's on the lot. And my dad goes, oh, I want to get out and take a picture. So I was like, okay. So he gets out, and he's taking a picture, and he goes, wow. He goes, this is really neat. He was so excited to be there. And he was like, this is really neat. And I also put him, like, I got him into some screenings in Arizona, because he lives in Arizona. And he got to go with a friend of his, and he felt, you know, I'm sure he probably, well, actually, no, I don't even know if he actually went to the screening. But anyways, so here he is all excited about film, you know. And here I am in the golf cart, like, rolling my eyes, so irritated, like, oh, God, I probably wouldn't even be working in the office if, you know, I'd probably be on the set had he remotely given me a dot of support. But anyway, so he gets back into the cart, and I said, this looks pretty real, doesn't it? And he goes, what do you mean? And I'm like, this is pretty realistic. I mean, it's a set, but it's real. It's real material. And this is a real place. And this studio is very big and very impressive. And he goes, oh, yeah, it's great. It's huge. I can't believe it. It's really big. And I go, well, you know, because what you said, you told me that I should pick a realistic career choice. This is real. And he goes, what did I say? And I was like, oh, God. People never remember their negative shit on top of it. And I go, remember when I made that call back in high school and I told you, and you told me if I picked a realistic career choice, you would support me? And he goes, I said that? Can you fucking believe that? He said, I said that, and I go, I should sue you for years of therapy bills back. Like, you should have to pay for the therapy. Thank you. Oh my God. I was like, it makes me even madder that they forget. Like, remember my high school story? I don't know if you guys saw that video where that girl I was friends with in high school just said she just dropped me because she said I hadn't changed enough, and then she told me later that she doesn't even know what that means. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, so when people try to bring you down, just remember, they don't even know what the fuck they're saying. I think they're just talking, like, out of their asses. And then their ass doesn't have a brain there, so there's no way to collect it as a memory. So, oh my God, it's so irritating. So, that's my story about being discouraged when I was younger, and how it all came back around. And it, you know, it even more put a fire in my ass, because I was like, you know, shit, he doesn't even remember saying that. And it's been a huge thing that I really seriously think I have believed part. That's the worst thing about negative comments, is that you believe it. You believe it. Some part of you believes it. That's why it affects you. Some part of you goes, maybe it isn't realistic. Some part of me said that. And maybe some part of you, Claude, says that. And that's the part that sucks. I know, exactly. Did I drive him over the golf cart? I'm like, okay, get back in. Like, take a corner, and like, he's rolling out onto New York Street, and I'm like romping over him in the in the golf cart. Like, oh, I drove over you on the golf cart on New York Street? Huh, I don't even remember that. That would be perfect. That would be revenge. So, that is pretty good. Good one. You guys are on top of it today. Hi, Notebook is salty. That's an interesting name. I'm not sure I understand it. Okay, so quickly, before I forget, Big Brother Wee, what's happening with the hurricane? You can be the weather guy for us right now and tell us, how's it going? Are you guys being evacuated out of New Orleans, or is it just boarding things up? I mean, what's going on? Hi, Lana. Where is Big Brother Wee? You're here, right? What's do-do-da, do-do-da, do-do? What is that? Oh, it's hitting all of Louisiana. Oh, wow. Wow. I know, I ran over you and then I backed up and then I ran over you again? That's weird. I don't remember that. Oh, the Telegraph News theme. I like that. We now have Big Brother Wee, who is right in the middle of hurricane. What's the name of the hurricane? It's like Claude or some kind of, not Claude. Sorry, I almost said some kind of Gustav. I knew it was like a foreign name. Sorry, Claude. So they're like, we now have no, not Gustav. Now I'm getting confused because I said shit about Claude. Big Brother Wee. Many parishes are going to get an evacuation. Mandatory 70%. Hurricane Gustav. So, yeah. So, yeah, they name the storms after different, the letters of the alphabet. So, since it's G, this is the A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This is the 7th hurricane of 2008. That's how they do it. And that's why they forget, or that's why when they get to the end, they're like, I don't know what, they're making shit up out of their asses or something, who knows, for the letters. So anyways, we were talking about, I know, sorry. So we're talking about today, we're talking about how, you build your dream from the bottom up. And the first part is, believing that it's even possible before you even, tear down the old, however you get inspired or whatever. I'm sure I feel so shallow. I'm like, how is it with the hurricane? You have to evacuate? Oh, anyways, let's get back to the dream. So, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm weirdly focused today. Okay, so maybe I should talk a little bit more about the evacuation before we get back into shit. Yeah. Okay, so Big Brother Wee, are you okay? Are you gonna evacuate? Oh, everyone evacuates to your town, Shelby. Good to know. So, is Big Brother Wee going to evacuate? We are waiting to hear word from Big Brother Wee, located in New Orleans. Hello. Where I live at it. That didn't help. That didn't help. I'm still confused as hell. Wow. Okay, so that person's cool. It's interesting. Yeah, exactly. If he's on BlogTV, it's above sea level, so it won't cause much of a problem. Well, they're saying it's going to pick up speed and strength as it comes closer, and it's going to be like, when it hits the land, it'll be like level 3. So, hi, Venetian Princess fan. Oh, it'll dwindle. Okay. I'm in the top 5, Lisa. Oh! That's right, I am. That's good. I'm not doing a weird... At least I'm looking away. Usually I'm like... I'm doing some weird face and it like does some weird stuff. Like... I hate it. So, you're going to be waiting on the Gulf Shore. Kicks Gustav in the cornflakes. That's funny. Oh, am I poking my... Oh, there! Now I'm poking my ear. There were 2 of them, actually. I just saw one before this one. This one I'm going... Oh, that's that. That's funny. I like it. Well, we're kind of talking about dreams, and then we're also talking about the hurricane, because Big